Today we're going to be doing a review on the Rolex Submariner. This model in particular is known as the Kermit, featuring the green aluminum bezel with the black maxi dial. The Rolex Kermit is a 40mm Submariner with a stainless steel bracelet and a flip-lock clasp. The Rolex Kermit features a caliber 31-35 movement, which has a 50-hour power reserve. This movement is very dependable and, in my opinion, one of Rolex's best in-house movements that they've created. Now, in 2007, Rolex introduced the inner bezel engraving. The inner bezel engraving has the Rolex Rehaut and the serial number on the bottom of the watch. This model in particular is not inner bezel engraved, so to get the serial and the reference number, you would need to remove the bracelet, which can be a little bit tricky if you're not familiar with it. Rolex made some changes along the 7 years of production with the Kermit. In the early stages, they had what was known as the flat 4. The flat 4 is a term referred to by wholesalers and watch connoisseurs, and that refers to the aluminum bezel where the 4 is. The flat 4 comes to a flat edge, as opposed to the later models which have the pointed 4. It's not a noticeable difference unless you really compare the two together, and you can notice the flat 4 as opposed to the more pointed version. Production on the Rolex Kermit ended in 2010 roughly. In 2010 they reintroduced what's known as the Hulk. The Hulk and the Kermit do have many differences. I'm going to list a few for you guys here. Now, the Rolex Hulk has the green bezel along with a green dial to match the bezel. In this case, we have the black maxi dial for the Kermit. Another major difference between the two is the ceramic bezel in the Hulk versus the aluminum bezel here in the Kermit, as well as the difference in the lugs. The Kermit has a more tapered and thinner lugs going into the bracelet versus the Hulk, which has the wider lugs and more of a bulkier case kind of feel. The Rolex Kermit was introduced as Rolex's 50th anniversary watch. When this watch was first released, I remember seeing prices from anywhere from $7,000 to $8,000. I wish I would have bought 10. That's what we're all saying now, kicking ourselves. Prices from these range anywhere from $12,000 to mid $20,000, depending on different characteristics that each watch has. Like I mentioned earlier, the flat 4 models are worth more than the later on pointed 4. Be sure to check us out at www.diamondsbyraymondlee.com to check out this awesome watch as well as many others. Or you can send us an email at info@diamondsbyraymondlee.com.